Hello YouTube, this is CJHotWheels with an actual Hot Wheel content video. Well, there's a reason for that because I've been experiencing a major dry spell. It's been a good 2 or 3 months since I found anything of note. I'll find spurts here and there, but when it comes to massive hauls like the last couple days, it's been very few and far between. But I actually hit the jackpot at several different Publixes since I live in Florida. That's our staple here. This is the original founding state of Publix, and I work for Publix too. And they've been getting some new M case with L case carryovers. And so I found a whole bunch of stuff. I have all the cars that I wanted too. It's one of those rare occasions where I'm not missing any cars. I found every single one that I wanted. The only one to look for would obviously be the Super Treasure Hunt, but my chances of finding that are slim to none, especially lately. The last time I found a Super Treasure Hunt was 3 months ago, so it's been pretty dry in that department. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the new mainline. Can't speak. Anyway. So the first one, we have the 70 Chevelle SS wagon in red. Next up, we have the recolor of the Koenigsegg Chimera in orange. It's got the front and rear detailing, black wheels. It's pretty nice. Another orange supercar, old school, 71 Lamborghini Miura SV, which would be the Super Treasure Hunt for the L case. But finding the main line is good enough. So I remember when Matchbox made the Miura back in 2011, and it was in this color. They had a yellow one and an orange one. Here's the Super Treasure Hunt for the M case, if it was the actual one, but it's the 84 Mustang SVO in purple. Next up, I believe that the year on this is wrong. They labeled it as a 69 Dodge Charger 500, but this is really a 68 Dodge Charger 500 because of the front. Because the 68s had the dual round headlights and the solid grille, whereas the 69s had the fold-away headlights with the crosshair grille. Or actually, not necessarily a crosshair, but it had that center partition in it to split it. It had a split grille design. That's what I meant to say. So I want to say that's wrong, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe it is right. I'm not sure. But I remember when Hot Wheels released this back in 2014, it was originally a 68 Dodge Charger 500. Next up, we have another Lamborghini. This is a new casting for the L case. It's the Lamborghini Sian FKP 37. It's a very rare car. I've only seen one in person at a Lamborghini dealership. There's only a handful of these made for the entire world, which is insane. Next up, we have a throwback. We have Rio Asada's Honda S2000 in red, which is the exact same livery as it was on one of the recolors back in 2011 when it came out. Because that year they had the yellow one with the black wheels and the yellow lips, and then they had the silver one with the gold wheels, and then they had this one, the red one with the chrome wheels. So this is a callback to one of Ryu's original cars when he switched over to Hot Wheels full-time during that time. Next up, we have the Mazda RX-7. It's a recolor in red. Hang on 1 second. There we go. My camera has been acting up on me. Next up, this one I wasn't originally going to get, but it caught my eye because of the really nice color and the front detailing. So it's the Lancia Delta Integrale. But that front detailing is really nicely done, and the color is a very dark green. And I like the wheels. They go nicely together. Next up, this is a gorgeous Volvo 850 Estate recolor in black. And of course, the signature front and rear detailing. And I like how, stupid camera, but I like how on this particular casting, instead of having that ugly safety post in the back to hold the body and the chassis together, there's this little plastic insert in the license plate area that is used to hold the two pieces in place. Kind of like how Matchbox used to do it before their cost-cutting measures. That's how cars used to be stamped together, but now all of them essentially are just stamped in with that ugly safety post in the back, which ruins the look of any car, in my opinion. Anyway, so here we have the recolor of the GMC Hummer EV in copper. That's really sweet. That's much nicer than the yellow one. And that yellow one was especially hard to find because after that batch came out, it wasn't until a month and a half afterwards when I finally found that sucker. It's just very, very rare. But thankfully, with the M-Case copper version, I found it no problem. Here's a new casting, the 62 Corvette Gasser. That's pretty sweet. I saw the unveiling of this on, where was it? I want to say it was on thunted.com. It was months and months and months ago when it was a pre-production model, but it's really cool. I like that a lot. And here we have another recolor of the Lotus Sport Elise in yellow, which does have front and rear detailing. The headlights, yeah, they're plastic inserts, which is nice. And of course, it's got the tail lights. Here's a return casting, the Toyota Supra. It's been a while since this casting's been used in the main line, so it's nice to have it back. And it's got front detailing to boot. I like that. It's too bad nothing on the rear because it's got the side tampos, so that goes against their 3-side rule. Anyway, here's a really nice Ram Charger themed Dodge Challenger SRT Demon. That is super sharp, and it's got those cool classic wheels on it. Because those wheels originally came out in the Cool Classic series back in 2014, 2015, and they were super sharp. And then they started to make their way into the main lines just a couple of years ago. I would say by 2020, that's when certain mainline cars were getting the Cool Classic wheels. And just fix the camera again because it's just very sensitive. Every time when I tilt it, the point of view changes, so hopefully the video isn't coming out sideways. But here we have a gorgeous 69 Camaro convertible in black with the white interior and the white stripes. That looks really sharp. And here's a really rare car. This is like a scalper exclusive right here. Is the Honda Civic Custom, because it's based off of the EG generation Honda Civic from the early 1990s. And I can't find the Honda set that's exclusive to Walmart. Those are nowhere to be found. And I never found the Fast and Furious Hot Wheels Premium EG Honda Civic. I did get the Hello Kitty Honda Civic that came out the next year, and I still haven't found the, what was the other variation? Oh, it was a Boulevard. The Boulevard EG Honda Civic. I haven't found any of them except for the Hello Kitty. But here's a mainline one, and it's like a project in progress style car. It's got mismatched wheels. It's got this really wacky paint job. It's got some aftermarket decals, and it's got this like afterthought bumper on here that doesn't match. It's made to be either a project in progress car or maybe like a custom, like a 1,000 horsepower drag racer or something. I have no idea what's going on with it, but whatever the case is, these things are gone immediately when they hit the stores. It's very tricky to find these. The only way to get them is if they were just put out. So so I go to Target, and here we have a couple of new Matchbox from Mix 5. So I went ahead and ordered a case online from J-Car Diecast. It's a good hobby dealer site. They sell pretty much at retail plus shipping. They're very reasonably priced. So I ordered a case thinking that I would never find this batch in store. And sure enough, I go to Target and they had most of the batch there. So if I had waited just a little bit longer, I could have found the cars that I was looking for. But I didn't get a whole lot of them because I'm getting the case anyway. So I don't want to be stuck with duplicates. But I did get a couple because I'm going to give these two to a good friend of mine. Because I have a good coworker friend that is starting to collect Hot Wheels and Matchbox, and we're a big fan of real cars. So what I'll do is I'll get my case and I'll keep the ones that I want, and then I'll just give him my extras. So, but I got the 70 Ford Capri in that steel blue color. And I like how it actually has a chrome base and not a cheap gray plastic base like Matchbox is notorious for. And this one, I just thought it's so interesting. I had to get it, even if I'm already going to get one. It's the new 2022 Renault Megane, which is really, really cool. It's a nice futuristic looking crossover from a company that we don't even get in the States and haven't gotten in the States in decades. I wish they would come back. And then a complete and total surprise was finding the Car Culture 2-pack Nissan set. I never thought that I would actually find this. I found the Knight Rider set. Those are guaranteed at most Targets. But anytime when you go to a Target that just restocked with this particular set of Car Culture 2-packs, it's guaranteed that the Nissans are going to be gone. But the only reason why I found this, so I wanted to be a good Samaritan, and I was starting to clean the aisle for him. I was straightening it up because it was very messy from people going through it and being careless. So I decided to just do him a favor and tidy up the aisle for him. It's the least I can do. So I'm over in the Monster Jam section, and I'm putting Monster Jams back on the pegs because they always fall off the shelf. And lo and behold, I see this. At the very corner of my eye, I see the artwork of the Nissan Z on the very back peg on one of the Monster Jam pegs. And I'm like, you little sneak. And I grabbed it immediately, and it's now mine. Because someone was trying to hide it for later, which is very sneaky, very greedy, very selfish. So, whoever that was, shame on you. I got your car now. And I'm sure whoever was hiding it already has this set in their possession. I don't. And I'm not going to go and sell it online for $30. I want it for myself. I want to keep it for the collection. So, I was very, very pleased to find this set today. And this one's my favorite. Because the Fair Lady, I'm not too crazy about it, especially with that body kit on it. It makes it look kind of ugly. But what I've noticed with the Car Culture 2-packs is that you get a new car, and then you get a carryover car from a previous set. Because this is originally from the Japan Historics 2 set that came out in 2018. So whenever you look at any of the Car Culture 2-packs, there's going to be a car that's from a previous set of single car culture series, and then you have a new car to go with it. Usually it's new counterpart. Like in this case, you have an old Z and a new Z, but when you get the 2-packs, they're typically the same theme. Like they're the same make and model, but just from different generations, or they have the same liveries, or from the same company. Whatever the case may be, they're going to have a similarity to them, but one of the cars is going to be from a previous set. So that's what I've observed. So I'm very happy to find all these because, like I said, I've been experiencing a major drought around here. Finding new cars is like finding gold because scalpers won't run rampant in my town and just in the hobby in general. So it's been very hard to acquire main lines. You have to be at the right place at the right time. It's not like 5, 10, 15 years ago where you could just walk into a store and just find new cars. You can find as many as you want. All the stores were well stocked. There was plenty to go around, but nowadays scalpers just wiped everything clean. All the good stuff, like all of this stuff on a normal day would have been wiped clean. But because they're just coming in and people who know that they're at Publix are the only ones that buy them, it's like a hidden secret because all the scalpers are so fixated on Walmart and Target. They spend all their time and energy wiping those stores clean, but they forget that Publix sells Hot Wheels, which is good for me because I know that they're there. And so I can typically score something like this, a nice big haul from them because it's overlooked. So it works in my favor. And on that note, that's going to be it.